Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Christy Taylor, excited to be hosting today's On Location Memphis competition. Can you believe it? We're wrapping up 2023. And let me tell you, we had to pull out the stops and present to you a very special mixer competition. Now, for those who may not know what a mixer competition is, well, first and foremost, On Location Memphis, you'll learn more about it. It's committed to helping filmmakers and musicians learn the business. And one way we do that is mixing and mingling. And virtually, we have an opportunity to do that with a filmmaker as well as composers who get together and pretty much they battle it out who does the best when it comes to syncing music to a clip of a film. Now, I'm going to take a moment to introduce to you our featured filmmaker of today, and we're going to bring him to the virtual stage. Welcome, Darius Wallace. He's an actor, writer, and director, and he is a native of Flint, Michigan. He got his start at the Flint Youth Theater as a company member, performing many children's shows which toured around the country. And as an adult, he has performed in such television shows as Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, Law and Order, Wedding at Graceland, and Tyler Perry's Sisters. Now, he is also known as being Frederick Douglass, which he has performed across the United States and can be currently streamed on his website. Welcome to the virtual stage. Hi.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
Well, first of all, I think, is this your very first Memphis Music Bank mixer competition?
It is. It is. It's my very first one. So I really appreciate what Angela has done, the heart that Angela has had for filmmakers and musicians in town. I think it's a very beautiful thing. So it's a real honor to be here. And of course, I appreciate the work that you do too, Christy. So, I'm really just thankful to be here.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We are super excited to have you and to find out more about your featured clips on today. Now, of course, we're going to bring to the stage our composers, and these are two gentlemen who are members of the Memphis Music Bank, and that is something you'll be learning more about throughout the show. But first, we're going to introduce our first composer, and we're talking Tony Forte. He is a songwriter, a bassist, and a guitarist. And let me tell you, I'm super excited about the fact that he decided to move all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia to here to Memphis. He is a graduate of Wake Forest University. And check this out. He's played live music for over 13 years in Virginia, North Carolina, Spain, and the Memphis area. And as a musician that's strongly influenced by classic rock, riffs, reggae roots, and jazz improvisation, Forte specializes in blending genres in familiar ways. He has founded the 7-piece, did you hear me? 7-piece funk band, Object 12, and the acoustic duo, the Tailored Makers, since moving to Memphis in 2014. Forte has consistently distinguished himself in the city's Memphis music scene. Welcome, Tony Forte. Hey, Tony.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Always. Now, you're not a newbie to the Memphis Music Bank's mixer competition. So what are you looking forward to as we wrap up 2023?
Oh, well, just looking forward to continuing to be involved in this type of work. I've always been a big fan of movies and music my whole life. So getting to combine them is always fun for me, and just want to keep rolling with it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tony. And we're going to now meet your competition on tonight, who is also one of the members of the Memphis Music Bank. That is Ralph Rowdy Foreign. He's a producer, artist, musician, and engineer, and a 5-time award-winning producer. And check this out. He's been involved in music since middle school and college since MSBU. And in 2011, Rowdy's beat Best in the World was used in VH1 Divas. And I will tell you that he is one of our top talents in the Memphis Music Bank. And many of his songs have been featured in commercials, indie films, and I'll give him an opportunity to tell you more about it. Hey, Rowdy. Hey, happy holidays.
Hey, same to you.
Now, of course, you are far from a newbie to the mixer competition. So tell me, Rowdy, what are you anticipating as we wrap up 2023 with today's episode?
A great battle. Because I respect Tony. You know, he's a pretty dope person, individual, and musician as well. So yeah.
Okay. It's a great battle. I love that. I love that. Well, we're looking forward to seeing what you all both did with Darius Wallace's film clips, and we're going to give you more information. Thank you, Rowdy. To learn more for those who are watching on today, feel free to also participate with us in the comments. We're looking forward to that as well. Now, let me give you some information as the host of today, what the rules are for has provided 4 clips for the competition. Now, 2 MMB composers who you've just had the pleasure of meeting has synchronized music to the 4 clips. Now, the clips are divided into 3 rounds and a bonus round. And I'm seeing, wait a minute, wait. I am saving the best for last before I jump into the competition rules. And that is, we have another judge for tonight. My goodness, ladies first. That's what I should have done. Ladies first, and we're talking about our special judge for the night, Margaret Hatter. She is an entrepreneur, professional producer, and program manager. And for more than 30 years, she has helped create and promote startup artists and arts organizations. She is currently collaborating with On Location Memphis to expand the Memphis movie production, which makes her a great judge for the night. Come on to the virtual stage, Margaret, and excuse the fact I didn't make you ladies first. All right, Margaret, where are you?
Hey.
Hi. Okay, Margaret. How could I have missed ladies first? Okay.
You are just fine, Christy.
Oh, my goodness. Well, first of all, you are not new to On Location Memphis. And you've done a mixer competition before as a judge, but this is your first virtual, correct?
That is correct. Looking forward to it.
What are you expecting? So why did you decide to team up with On Location Memphis, and why do you love doing these mixer competitions?
Well, I have a music background, so the music competitions are just great to listen to. Love the creativity and love On Location Memphis. Have really enjoyed working with them already in the short time I've been there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Margaret Hatter. We appreciate you so much. And now that I was so excited about giving you all the rules of engagement, I think Rowdy, when he says a battle, I was ready to go to war. I was ready. Well, once again, our filmmaker has provided 4 clips for the competition. 2 of our composers, which is Tony and Rowdy, have synchronized music to the 4 clips. And the clips are divided into 3 rounds and a bonus round. Now, our judges, that is Margaret and Darius, they will score each producer from 1 to 10 rounds in the following 3 areas. Check this out. Quality of the music sync, which is the edit, and does the music add value to the scene? Now, in the bonus round, the judges will score each producer from 1 to 10 on their overall technique. Now, the audience will vote on each round for who they think won that round. And the audience choice and the winner will be announced at the end of the show. Now, we said we have our celebrity judges, but we're also giving you, the audience, a chance to also participate. How do you do that? All right, get your phones ready. All right. We want the audience to prepare to vote. You're going to take your phones and text Memphis Music 923 on the screen to 22333. Yes, that is, once you're in the voting system, you'll be able to, at the time, vote for Tony. You'll text A to 22333, or you'll vote for Rowdy by texting B to 22333. But first, you need to sign up. So pull your phones out and text Memphis Music 923 to 22333. And at the appropriate time, I'll let you know when it's time for the audience to vote. And you're going to be texting A for Tony and B for Rowdy. All right. Well, I think I'm ready to get started. Are y'all ready to get started? Can I see my judges for a minute? I just want to wave at both Darius and Margaret very quickly. Are y'all ready to get started? All
Yes,
right, all a go.
Hey, it's by the way, everybody, it's Darius.
Darius. Okay, I'm gonna call him Mr. Wallace for the rest of the show. That way, we won't have to have you all mispronouncing his name when you meet him in person. All right. So we're talking to Mr. Wallace and Miss. I might as well say her last name, Miss Hatter. Come on, judges. All right, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Round one. We're going to start with Tony, and then we'll follow with Rowdy. All right, round one.
Darling, you've been sober for a year, and that's good. That's good. But I still don't know where you are with your fifth step. All I can say is don't skip it, okay? I can assure you from experience that confession is what's going to heal your soul.
Wow. Okay. So we have our first clip from Tony. Now, judges, what we give you an opportunity to do after each clip is to just give you an initial take on it. You do not have to judge. That we save the judging for the end. But just what was your initial take on that, Mr. Wallace? As a filmmaker.
Yeah, I appreciate the to me the music had a little bit of intensity to it, and also, you know, it's a really important moment in the story because you know, we're dealing with alcoholism, and this is the sponsor responding to the main character who's an alcoholic, wondering what's happening. And so I appreciate the tone. I guess is really what I'm trying to say. It's the tone that I really appreciate in that take.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Judge Wallace. All right, Judge Hatter. Y'all elevating y'all from Mr. and Mrs. to judges. All right, Judge Hatter.
I like the emotion in that piece. I thought it gave you kind of an ominous feel, but also a seriousness to the situation. And as Mr. Wallace said so kindly, it is a serious subject, and that is getting dealt with.
All right. Well, now we're going to see, that was Tony, and we will now see what did Rowdy do with that film clip. All right.
Well,
round one.
You've been sober for a year, and that's good. That's good. But I still don't know where you are with your fifth step. All I can say is don't skip it. Okay? I can assure you from experience that confession is what's going to heal your soul.
One of the things I really love about the mixer competition is to be able to see one cinematic piece be approached by two different composers in different ways. So, Margaret Hatter, what was your take on Rowdy's approach?
So Rowdy's approach was more fatherly. I thought the character came across more fatherly in that piece just because of the way that the music was playing on it.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the tone of hope. So he captured, I feel like before what was captured was the intensity that probably was coming from the centering around the story of the main character. But what I appreciated about this is that it tapped into the sponsor who is trying to instill hope. And so the music captured that element. So I appreciated that.
All right. Two different takes, one piece of cinema. And audience, we're going to now give you an opportunity to cast your vote. And if you believe that Tony won this round one, text A to 22333. If you say Rowdy won, text B to 22333. All right. Now let's go to round two, starting with Tony.
Hey, Owen. Bobby, why'd you get Spence mixed up with Mr. White? You know he's not about that life.
You wasn't worried about my connections when I got you that job. I'm a businessman, a legit businessman. We needed a financial advisor, so I got Spence. How was I supposed to know he wasn't good at the concept of portfolio diversification?
That's definitely an intense scene. All right, who's going to take this one on first? Rowdy's approach to round two.
I really liked it a lot. I thought that it captured, you know, the main character is dealing with a character that is connected to someone who's dangerous or understands danger, and so this moment is a very threatening, in a sense, scene, and so it captured the energy of that really, really well, I thought.
All right, so that's once again, that is Tony for round two. And Margaret, what did you take on Tony's approach?
I thought it was spot on. I thought that that the music did add great value to the scene without being overwhelming, and it played well, and it gave you that feeling that I don't know, it was kind of like it was strung, like it was threaded within the dialogue. It was well done.
I'm really appreciating the tone as well. So now we're going to see what did Rowdy do with the same piece and clip for round two.
Hey, Owen. Bobby, why'd you get Spence mixed up with Mr. White? You know he's not about that life.
You wasn't worried about my connections when I got you that job. I'm a businessman, a legit businessman. We needed a financial advisor, so I got Spence. How was I supposed to know he wasn't good at the concept of portfolio diversification?
That is an intense scene. All right, so Rowdy, what did you all think of that?
So I thought that, again, well strung together. I thought that Rowdy continued that guitar and bass play off of each other to create a kind of a serious feeling to the scene, and I thought emotionally it worked.
I appreciated the rhythm in it. Though he was using strings, there was a rhythm to it that tapped into the anticipation of there being a real issue. So I appreciated that.
All right, and for the audience, we're going to find out who did you appreciate. Again, if you say Tony won round two, text A to 22333. That's Tony. Text A to 22333. But you say, no, Rowdy, he won that hands down. Text B to 22333. Rowdy to text B to 22333. All right. Now we are already halfway through. We've got round three and a bonus round. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these gentlemen did it. Let's go. Round three to Tony.
Why do you have to leave? What did Bobby tell you?
I thought Bobby was going to call me and tell me that Mr. White understood how investments work. It is not my fault that the markets are crashing. I advised him not to put that much of his portfolio into the crypto markets, but no. He had a bad case of FOMO.
FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
What did Bobby tell you?
Bobby told me that Mr. White put a hit out on my life. He heard me.
Was he sure? Does he know who it is?
Nobody can be absolutely sure, but I do not plan to stick around to find out. I need to get my phone.
Slow down, Spence. Let's get this
I
through.
don't have time. If this is true, someone could be standing outside my door right now.
Okay.
All right. Okay, round three. I think they're about to come up, taking the gloves off. All right. So who wants to jump on round three at this time?
I'll go. I thought that was great. I'm really excited about what music does to the picture. It's just really amazing, and I'm amazed at both of you guys to be able to tap in like that. For Tony, I really felt that he captured the anger and the chaos, that there was a nuance in his music that captured the chaos in the moment. So yeah, I thought it was great.
All right.
I enjoyed it too. That one bass piano note walking through the piece kind of grounded everything in the midst of that chaos, and yet it kept building with that snake-like rattle going, and
Are we having a
that just
moment with Margaret? All right, Margaret.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Did you hear what I said?
No, let's do a recap for me.
Oh, okay. I was just saying that I thought that bass note, the bass piano note falling through the entire piece was very grounding in the midst of all that chaos. And then I thought when you built up to that snake-like rattle pieces going in it, that as the intensity crescendoed, I thought that was great.
All right, so we're now going to see what did Rowdy do with this very intense, important scene in round 3.
Why do you have to be? What did Bobby tell you?
I thought Bobby was going to call me and tell me that Mr. White understood how investments work. It is not my fault that the markets are crashing. I advised him not to put that much of his portfolio into the crypto markets, but no. He had a bad case of FOMO.
FOMO?
The fear of missing out.
What did Bobby tell you?
Bobby told me that Mr. White put a hit out on my life. You heard me.
Was he sure? Does he know who it is?
Nobody can be absolutely sure, but I do not plan to stick around to find out. I need to get my phone.
Slow down, Spence. Let's go.
I don't have time. If this is true, someone could be standing outside my door right now.
Okay.
I'll go if it's
Actors, by the way, we've been focusing on the music, but I will say that really great performances have been done in this piece, and we'll be learning more about the film that you two have had a very intimate involvement with. Now let's go to, how did Tony do in round 3?
I thought excellent. I think what I really appreciated.
I'm sorry. This is Rowdy. I said it again. This is Rowdy. How did Rowdy do in round 3?
Yeah, I thought Rowdy did really, really well. I loved the use of silence. Actually, there were moments where the music came out, which was added to the intensity. But then what I loved when the emotion changed, the music changed, and I loved what was happening in the buildup that kind of corresponded to the crescendo in the scene. So once again, I'm just amazed at what you guys are able to do. I think it's just fantastic.
All right, Margaret, Rowdy.
Oh, I loved this one too. This is truly a battle. The piece followed along beautifully in terms of sync of the action and the actors. And Darius, I also liked particularly that where the music almost stops at the end. That worked very well. The cello playing worked real well. Very good.
Are you there, Christy? Well, I think
Okay, I think I may be freezing, so forgive me if I have delays. All right, am I back? And I'm back. Let me know if I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
You're back.
Let me know if I am back and in living color.
Yes, we can.
All right, am I back?
Yes. Yep, we can hear you.
All right. So audience, woo! I tell you, Comcast is giving me trouble. Comcast Xfinity. All right, audience. If you believe that Tony won round 3, text A to 22333. That's A to 22333 for Tony. If Rowdy won, text B to 22333. Rowdy, text B to 22333. All right, judges, I'm going to give y'all a chance to deliberate. You have a moment to step away from the virtual stage. And we have some housekeeping to do, including the fact that we want to, first of all, thank you all so very much for a bonus round. I am in raw form tonight. I think the pausing has me discombobulated. I'm gonna use one of my high school words. Bonus round, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here's the bonus round with Tony. Can I say I am loving that logo. Come on, intro. Y'all don't know. I love intros. I love movie intros. And that looks really stellar. All right, let's see what did y'all think about Tony's approach to the MMP intro?
Pretty cool.
I know, isn't it amazing? All right, and let's see what did Rowdy do? Totally loving the animation. What did you all think of Rowdy's approach to the MMP logo?
I loved it.
It's very bright.
Very bright indeed. Very bright indeed. So we have had round 1, 2, and 3 focusing on Mr. Wallace's production. And also we have had for the bonus round their take on the MMP logo, the Memphis Movie Production logo. And before you all go to the virtual judging chambers, can you all just very quickly talk about this particular piece that you all have been collaborating with this year?
Yes, it's a redemptive piece, dealing with on a deeper level, not just a story about an assassin who's an alcoholic who's finding himself back in that world, but more so the issue of brotherly love and how intense circumstances can bring that about. And so, the story is a very powerful and beautiful story, but also too, it had a wonderful cast and crew, and we were under very intense circumstances and had to shoot very, very fast, working with a very, very low budget. But everybody worked together as a team, and I'm very proud of what's happened, and as I'm seeing more of the film, I'm very proud of the film. So,
all right, and Margaret Hatter, you being one who helps organizations like On Location Memphis, and particularly this particular initiative, can you share your input and insight?
To the production itself, I thought it was a terrific production, and it was a great first effort to get Memphis Movie Production through On Location Memphis put together. I thought everybody worked well, and that it was an A for effort, and that everybody went above and beyond to make this happen. And so I was really pleased to be working on this production, and I'm really pleased to see it right now with great music.
All right. Thank you so much, Margaret Hatter, one of our judges who is extremely adept at helping organizations like this go to the next level, particularly in the art community. Well, we have an opportunity to thank those who have been sponsoring On Location Memphis and all of its various ventures, including the Tennessee Arts Commission.
Don't be just another number. Get an arts plate for your car or truck. Funding from the plate goes to arts programming in schools and communities across Tennessee. Tell the world you support the arts.
All right, it's time to update those plates. Go ahead and make it an artsy one. Also, a special thank you to Arts Mem. for supporting online.
We don't make the art. We make it more accessible, more sustainable, more abundant, more equitable, more attainable, and more dramatic. We don't make the art, but with your help, we make it possible. Arts Memphis, working behind the scenes for 60 years to grow the foundation of Memphis's arts.
We're so grateful for organizations like Tennessee Arts Commission and Arts Memphis for supporting On Location Memphis and all of its ventures. And this is a very special time of the year. And Arts Week is an annual event that drives awareness of our local arts sector's impact during the first week of December, which is also my birthday month. OLM is a proud recipient of Arts Mem, and their support allows On Location Memphis to bring programs such as the Memphis Music Bank to teach entertainment business through real life application. And we've been talking about the Memphis Music Bank, and here's something to give you a little bit more details. That's right, Memphis Music Bank with a Q. Check it out today, Memphis Music Bank with a Q.com, or you can go to onlocationmemphis.org where you can tap into all the amazing initiatives that they offer. That's onlocationmemphis.org. Well, I would like to share with you, for those who are maybe watching us live or even in the replay, and you say, I would love to be a member of the Memphis Music Bank or even a featured filmmaker. Well, we'll give you some information right now. Check this out. When it comes to being a featured filmmaker, we are looking for Tennessee-based filmmakers who can be featured in the Memphis Music Bank Mixer Competition. The initiative is for Tennesseans. Feel free to connect with music creators. You can get a free music license if you are a featured filmmaker. And of course, yes, you can network with music, TV, and film industry professionals. And we've had much success through this program, including having one of our composers actually score feature films that was shot between Memphis and Ghana. And the competitions, of course, stream on our On Location Memphis Music Bank, On Location Memphis Facebook page, as well as other platforms. So be sure to check that out if you are a featured filmmaker. Now you say, I'm all about the music. Well, we are, yes, looking for you as well. If you are a Tennessee-based music creator, we are looking for you to be featured in the Memphis Music Bank Mixer Competition. 2024 is going to be amazing. And you have an opportunity as a music creator to connect with film creators. You will even get paid for your music license and network with TV, film, and music industry professionals. Competitions stream on our On Location Memphis Facebook page. And once again, go to onlocationmemphis.org, or you can check out Memphis Music Bank with a Q.com. All right, I'm super excited about it. Now, we've gave the judges a chance to chit chat. So let's bring our composers who have been battling out score by score, round by round, Tony Forte and Rowdy Productions. Gentlemen, first of all, let's acknowledge happy holidays. 'Tis the season to be jolly, even though you all are battling it out. What did you all think about today's competition?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was nice and competitive, and like I said, Tony is a a dope individual and musician. So I had fun.
Same here. Yeah, absolutely. That was super fun to see Rowdy's take on stuff, and I always love what he does. And we've known each other for years now, so
right.
You know, doing these, it's a blast.
Right.
All right. I love it. I love it. So thinking about 2024, do you all have any individual plans when it comes to not just live music, but expanding further into scoring and music placement?
Whatever comes about, you know, that's kind of the joy of this is, you know, there's just so many different angles you can take. So really just, you know, any project that presents itself, you can always see what happens. Endless perspectives and angles, and yeah, it's just super fun for me to do it in general. So that's all I
Thank you,
say.
Tony. Rowdy said, Rowdy is nodding his head like, yeah, whatever comes my way, I'm taking it.
Right.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for always being very supportive of On Location Memphis, and specifically the Memphis Music Bank. Thank you so much for continuing to be ambassadors of Memphis and Tennessee musicians around the world. Thank you. All right, audience, I got to give a shout out to y'all. Okay. All right. I'm checking out the audience comments. Sassy Sandra Hill is in the building. Kathy Lofton, Dwayne Wilson. Also, I think this is Devin Simmons in Kenya. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us, and William Edwards and everyone else who is watching, but maybe you haven't dropped a comment. Feel free to do so as well. I really, really appreciate you all supporting Memphis Music Bank and our final competition for 2023. And I understand that we have a winner for the Audience Choice Awards. And drum roll, please. Let me check this out. Okay, I don't hear the drums. Okay, I hear them now. And the Audience Choice Award winner for today is Tony Forte. Congratulations to you, Tony. You are the audience winner for today. All right. Now, my judges, I think they have finished deliberating, and you all can return to the virtual stage. All right, Margaret Hatter and Mr. Wallace. Oh, I'm just messing up your name all the way around today. Hey, charge it to I don't even know what to charge it to at this time. All right. First of all, before you all give your final judgment, just share with us just your thoughts overall about this opportunity and the importance of the Memphis Music Bank competition.
Oh, wow. Would you want to go first, Margaret?
I think this Memphis Music Bank competition is really important. And I think it's more important than people realize. And that's because there's a lot of people that tune into this that have never seen this before. And then they call me up and they say, oh my God, I had no idea this was sitting here in Memphis, that this talent was sitting here, that we have, you know, people that can compose for films right here. And so I think it's a huge open door for people. And so that's why I will always support this activity.
I love it. Thank you. Mr. Wallace?
Yeah, I agree with Margaret. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. And I really, really appreciate what both of you guys have done. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Actually, for me, to be honest, in the beginning, I kind of had my winner already picked, but then it was a shift, you know, all of a sudden, and it really got competitive. And, you know, I'm not really just saying this to say it. I wish I could use you both, because I really could. And I'm not just saying that to say it. I promise you that there were some things in what both of you all did that I thought was just fantastic. So keep doing what you're doing, and keep following this passion and dream. It really makes a lot to a film to have guys like you to take your art and contribute to the project. So I really want to thank you for that.
And that is so important, ladies and gentlemen. The importance of the entire mixer competitions is to allow filmmakers and composers and musicians to begin to create that organic relationship so that you build together. He needs music and you need film. So thank you so much. Now, of course, I'm going to step to the side and let you all share with us who is tonight's Memphis Music Bank Mixer Competition winner.
And the winner is Tony.
Tony Forte, come to the virtual stage. Wow, Tony.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, then I'm gonna let you all have this conversation. So, Tony, what are your thoughts and feelings about this?
Oh, once again, it was so much fun to do. So, you know, no matter what the results were, I'm just happy to be a part of this. So, you know, I had a lot of fun doing it.
And I would like to find out, with you having to watch these clips and this gives an opportunity for someone who is watching this, who is a live musician, and you yourself have, you know, you have bands, you have groups, and you do know that there is a learning curve to learning how to start doing music placement and scoring. Can you kind of share your experience with these type of opportunities?
Well, I was fortunate enough to have Angela through the On Location Memphis bring in Andy Williams. I'm sorry, Andy Hill, I believe his name was. I think I got that wrong. He had a class that he gave to us in Memphis, and that was monumentally huge for me. He was the vice president for Disney's music in like the late 80s and early 90s. Like, he was part of like the Lion King soundtrack and like tons of stuff. And just hearing his insight into the process was very, very interesting. It definitely it's different from standard regular band music or playing live or even recording in a studio. It's a totally different approach, where, you know, sour notes are encouraged, and it's you get to flip everything on its head, kind of. So, but yeah, Angela facilitated that. So really, just being involved with the Memphis Music Bank was huge for me. Like I said earlier, I've watched movies my whole life. My dad was a director of industrial films for corporations and stuff. So we would just sit around and watch movies like all weekend when I was a kid. And then I started playing music when I was 10. So putting it together is just super fun for me.
That's super cool. And for those who are watching, if you become a member of our other initiative, the Auteur Club, you will actually have a chance to check out Andy Hill. He is currently, I still believe he's in Bulgaria, but because of his connection to On Location Memphis, he provided a very intensive masterclass that is inside the Auteur Club. So while you were not able to watch him live in Memphis, you can join the Auteur Club and watch hours of how to approach composing, which is very different than music performance and recording. So thank you, Tony. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations. Any last words from our judges on today?
It was neck and neck. And I also want to give a shout out to Rowdy, because that was really fantastic. You did some great work today too.
You really you really did. I really appreciate what you've done. And just keep it up. And Tony, congratulations. Thank you for your sensitivity to the tone and the emotional relationships between the characters. So I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you so very much. And we cannot have this. She doesn't like to be on screen, but I'm going to see if I can twist her arm and bring our executive director for On Location Memphis to the virtual stage. Angela Green.
Hey.
Here she goes. Here she goes.
Well, Christy, I don't know why you are black. Do you see? Can you see yourself?
Myself? I see myself, but I see you clearly.
Okay, I don't know why your screen is black. I'm not sure if it's on my end or okay, there you are. Now I can see you.
But thank you so much for allowing us to participate yet again. I know I did quite a few of my mental runs today, but I think I tried to steer everything back on track. But Angela, can you just, for the sake of those as we get to the wrap up, give more information about On Location Memphis, the growth you've had over the last couple of years, ending with your most recent initiative?
So, you know, people who have known On Location Memphis, which this organization has been around since 1997. And for 17 of those years, it was only a film festival, one of the international film and music festivals in Memphis, Tennessee. So it has definitely taken I would say a 180 transformation, evolution, so to speak, since I've taken over the organization back in 2014. And my whole vision in doing that was basically to create an organization that was significant to the community, that added something different to the community. You know, there are very many awesome film festivals already going on in Memphis. We were one of the first two, but by the time I took over in 2014, there were several that were doing awesome jobs, definitely feeding the community quite well in that area. And so I thought it was in our best interest to find out where was the community lacking and see if we were able to feed the community in that area. And that's where we came up with our vision, our mission to teach entertainment business through real life application. And so basically giving that next leg up for that music creator, that film creator, which is basically monetizing that content, learning how to do business, how to turn that content into revenue generating assets. And so that's what we've been working through all of our programming, from the Memphis Music Bank to the Tour Club, and finally the Memphis Movie Production. And that was actually a brainchild that was brought to me by Darius. And he had this whole concept of shooting short or feature length films in a way that was very economical, and but could also be monetized in a way to be very lucrative for that filmmaker. And so we basically took that on with the idea of trying to figure out, how do you crack that code? How do you make money from those short films, feature length indie films, but also at the same time use it as a way, as a training ground for below the line jobs within the film and television areas, you know, wanting to continue to deepen that talent pool in Shelby County, so that we are, you know, we are very attractive for projects such as your Young Rock or your Sun Records or your I'm trying to think of the other one that filmed here in Shelby County.
Bluff City Law.
Bluff City Law. So we want
In
to
recent times, correct.
in recent times, and we want to make this area very attractive. And a part of that is having a very deep talent pool. And so we are using the Memphis Movie Production as that training ground, you know, by producing these films, giving these opportunities for above the line talent, while at the same time training below the line talent. And we do that in conjunction, in partnership with the Memphis and Shelby County Television and Film Commission. And so this project, Fifth Step, is our first short film. It was supported. It was a part of our program. We were a part of Frontline Solutions, funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They gave us over 2 years seed money to basically put this together, to see if this could work, basically a pilot. And we were undergirded by the Tennessee Entertainment Commission, Pinnacle Bank, Power Media Solutions, Immaculate Facility Services. So many of our businesses in the community in Tennessee came up under that. And that's why we are here today. So Fifth Step, we shot that back in July. We're in post-production. We are right here closing in on the end of post-production. And so we're looking to basically release this probably the early part of 2024. So we're very proud of what we've done. And that's just the first part of it, because the next part is to now use this project and see if we can figure out, what do you do to monetize it? What do you do to make that money back? What do you have to do? And so we're going to tackle that question on this next leg and see if we can come up with some definitive answers for these independent filmmakers out here who are making films every day.
Thank you so very much. And for those who would like to learn more about all the opportunities, again, go to onlocationmemphis.org. Plenty of opportunities are coming in first quarter 2024. So I would strongly suggest becoming a member of the All Tour Club, which you can access on onlocationmemphis.org. And then you'll be able to determine if you are a filmmaker, how to engage, if you are a music composer, how to engage. But also we know that film is a village, and there are many, many moving parts to film. So there are also other opportunities within the Altar Club for you to, whether you're a storyteller, whether you're a designer, whether you're a set designer, costume designer, all the things that we have to have when it comes to making film. So go to onlocationmemphis.org. And thank you so much again, Angela, for all the great work that you do here in Memphis.
Thank you.
And beyond. All right. So I think that I am to the wrap up. And if you would, I would like for everybody to just come to the virtual stage, all of our composers, our judges, and we're going to give everybody a chance to maybe, I'm into Christmas caroling. I'm not going to force anybody to do it, but at least we can. I want to say thank you all so much for being a really great show on today. It cannot happen without you. We appreciate all of our audience members, all the different shout outs. We greatly appreciate that way as well. Looking forward to the red carpet reveal of On Location Memphis's, and it's going to be a virtual one. So make sure you all go to the website, join the sign up for the newsletters. Any last words before we go as you are coming into the holiday season, as well as any New Year's resolutions for 2024? Margaret, I'm going to start with you.
Wishing everybody happy holidays, and let's go make a movie in 2024.
I love it. All right, Rowdy Productions.
Happy holidays and a good job, Tony.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right, Tony Forte, is on to you.
Yeah, same thing. Great job, Rowdy. Always a pleasure. Always love hearing your music. And hoping to stay busy next year and hit the ground running.
All right. And feature filmmaker of the night, Mr. Wallace. Ends with you.
I just wish everybody a beautiful new year, that your dreams and your passions and your purpose come alive, and that you get everything you want to be, do, and have.
All right. Love it. Happy holidays and happy new year, everyone. Christy Taylor here, signing out for now.